Hello there, wise, wonderful women. 2018 is almost over, and I'm guessing that you have some heartfelt desires or goals that you wanted to achieve before the end of the year, and maybe you haven't yet because you're struggling with self-doubt, and that is what's kept you from doing what it is you know you need to do in order to have what it is that you want to have. And maybe you're feeling caught between a rock and a hard place where on the one hand you feel this burn in your heart for something that you want, a heart goal, a desire that you have. But then on the other hand, you have this burn of being scared maybe, being unsure of yourself, being unsure of putting yourself out there. If you picture yourself being a bird on a perch, and you have that inherent, heartfelt, natural desire to lift up off of that perch and to fly. And what self-doubt does is it jerks us back onto the perch. So it goes contrary to what our hearts really want to do and what we're capable of doing. And then what happens is if you fall into that pattern of, I'm going to do this, and then self-doubt wins out, it jerks you back. You lose your momentum towards the goal that you wanted to have or the thing that you wanted to achieve. And so you start this pattern of doing that. It's what I call a start-stop pattern. You start to lift off towards what you want and head in that direction. But then you get scared, and then the negative limiting voices come in and stop you. And those limiting beliefs can be a lot. They can be anything from, I don't know enough. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have enough skills. I don't have enough credentials to do this thing that I want to do, this talk, this workshop, write this book, do this thing. I don't want people to not like me. I'm scared they're not going to like me. I'm too big. I'm too loud. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have something of value to offer. I'm not enough. So that whole litany, we each have our own custom designed kind of limiting belief loop that plays in our brains. And you will keep doing this until you do something different. And I think that when we as women are not flying, when we damn well know that we can in our hearts, we betray ourselves, and we know that we betray ourselves, and that doesn't feel good. And you know in your heart that you can fly. And every time you get jerked back to the perch by self-doubt, by limiting beliefs, that pattern gets reinforced. You get stunted. And you keep yourself trapped in that pattern. And then our brains, of course, get reinforced and stuck in that pattern as well. And I think from what I've seen with women, what I've seen with myself is a price that we pay for that, and a price you may be paying for that you're aware of, is unhappiness, lots of frustration with that pattern, and even forms of depression and anxiety. In my 30 years of working with women, including myself, what I have found, the recipe that I have found that works really, really well with accomplishing our heart goals, accomplishing what we want to do, has 3 primary ingredients that, when they are done properly, lift us up and off of that perch and support us to be able to fly and to stay flying towards our heart's desire, towards a heart goal, towards something we want to accomplish. And so that we can complete it. And when we complete our goals that we have, our heart goals, we feel accomplished. We feel awesome. We feel good about ourselves. We feel successful, right? So here's the 3 ingredients that are critical. 1, action steps. We have to do action steps in order to get from where we are here to where we want to be, to achieve that desired goal. And it's important that those action steps are inspiring to us, that they're manageable so we complete them, and so that we do them even when they're imperfect, so that we don't wait until an action step is just the way we want it. Otherwise, we won't do it. So it's repeating action steps that get us towards that goal. Second thing is working with self-doubt creatively and neurologically. So it isn't just talk about the beliefs, where they came from, family of origin work, all that stuff. You've probably done a fair amount of that. It's not that. It's working creatively with them, and it's being able to work with the brain and what's happening in the brain, why those limiting beliefs keep looping and looping and looping and stopping us. And then the third ingredient is getting really good support, the right kind of support. And what I have found, it never ceases to amaze me with all the women that I've worked with, and again, myself included, how critical getting support is. Even just a little bit goes a long way towards building our confidence and helping remind us about all the skills that we have inside to be able to do our life. Here's the thing. When we complete a heart goal, when we succeed at the thing that we want to have, we reach our goal, that's a standalone, woo, that's great. What's actually more groovy than that, and way more important, is when we achieve our goals, and it's especially the ones that push our buttons and stir up all that self-doubt that wants to jerk us back to the perch. When we complete those action steps one after another, and we complete the goal that we wanted, it challenges us to challenge our limiting belief thoughts. So what it does essentially is it clears the confusion around our limiting beliefs, and it clears that confusion that we have about who we are and what we're about and what we're capable of and what our skills are. There's all that confusion that happens in self-doubt, right? So you're challenging those beliefs with each action step, and I'm looking for the right word here. You're proving to yourself with each action step you complete, you're proving to yourself that they're false. So with each action step, you prove to yourself that I don't have enough credentials is false. I don't know enough, false. I'm not good enough, false. And that's the awesome thing when we achieve our goals, when we struggle with self-doubt. All of that self-doubt that you're feeling, and all the second guessing that you're doing, and all the limiting beliefs that you're experiencing that are jerking you back down to that perch, all of that is rooted in shame. All of that is about shame. And shame is very toxic. Because those limiting beliefs tell us where we feel bad about ourselves, where we feel like we're lacking, and where we're confused about who we are. And those limiting beliefs are your brain, your trained brain, telling you to stay safe, secure, don't do anything scary, don't do anything challenging. That's why we want to work with the brain neurologically to ease that up. See if I want to say anything else about that. I think that I made my point clear on that. Here's my invitation. I'm offering my Get It Done 5-session private one-on-one package with me at a special discount until November 9th of this year. I normally charge $500 for that 5-session private package, but I'm offering 20% off, which brings that down to $400. If you have a burn in your belly, this package is for you. If you have that burn in your belly, because you want to end the year accomplishing one of your heart goals so that you don't feel bad about yourself again at the end of this year, and you want to get that done. If that is you, then get yourself scheduled with me for one of my complimentary Say Yes to Your Desires support session. What we're going to do in this session is, it's very brief. We're just going to make sure that we have a connection and that we can work well together. No hard sales, no pressure, there's nothing there. If you decide not to work with me, perfectly okay. I do hope then that you find someone else, okay? Especially if you struggle with this issue of self-doubt getting in your way of where you want to go. So click on the link below this video and get yourself on my schedule, or you can click on the link in the email that got you to this video. Either place you can do it. Here's my suggestion. If you feel in your body that your answer is a yes, to briefly chat with me, a yes to this 5-session package, then I recommend that you do it sooner rather than later. Otherwise, your brain and all the limiting thoughts in there could come swooping in and talk you out of it for a number of logical reasons, okay? So hop on it, go get yourself scheduled, and let's get talking. Please don't let yourself end this year feeling bad about yourself when it isn't necessary. Clear up more of your confusion about who you are so that you can achieve what it is you want to achieve. You can feel accomplished, feel successful. And I would love to support you. This is one of my greatest loves, is to help women, to support them to fly off that fucking perch and stay in the air, stay in flight. It's an amazing, wonderful thing to see, and it's an amazing, wonderful thing to physically feel when you do that. So I'd love to support you to be able to do that. Go schedule your complimentary Say Yes to Your Desires support session. We'll talk. We'll see if there's a connection here. All right, my dear, take care. And just a reminder that you are enough just exactly as you are. All right, take care and be kind to yourself. Bye-bye.